Causes of physical barriers. There can be many reasons why physical barriers occur in communication. Some prevalent causes are environment, time, distance, and technical issue. These 4 points that we have to deal. Environment factor can act as a physical barrier and cause disturbance in communication. Heavy wind and rain can result in tree falls and water lodging, which may cause power cuts. It may also cause network issues or complete network failure. This can disrupt many forms of the digital communication. Prolonged thunder can create a lots of noise. Forms of digital communication. Prolonged thunder can create a lot of noise, resulting in a poor communication. Extremely high or low temperature can make many people lose focus, which may cause distorted communication. Then another point is time in the causes of physical barrier. Limited time or message communicated at an inappropriate time can hinder the effective communication. Sending a lengthy message to receiver who has limited time can cause misinterpretation, as the receiver might not read through or listen to the entire message. If the sender and the receiver are in different time zones, communicating at a mutual time can be crucial. Also, sending a message at the intended time can be important. Sending it before or after the intended time may cause the message to lose its significance of purpose. Then the distance. Another major physical barrier that might hinder communication is the physical distance. Communication across geographical location can only happen virtually. This increases the requirement for gadgets like mobile phones and computers. While communication through voice calls may require a stable network, more advanced communication like video conferences generally require a high-speed internet connection like video conference. Any obstacle in either of these can disrupt the communication. Besides, for any kind of paperwork, a majority of work may only happen through the soft copies of documents, as sending hard copies can take a long time and delay in communication. Then another cause of physical barrier is a technical issue. Technical issue can cause significant disturbance in communication. Most communication involves at least one technical issue can cause significant disturbance in communication. Most communication involves at least one technical aspect, like a phone of two-way communication or a projector of giving presentation. A minor issue with this piece of equipment can obstruct communication. For example, a defective phone or an unstable network connection can cause distortion. A sudden power cut while network connection can cause distortion. A sudden power cut while transferring files from one end to another end may cause delay in action, delay in the transfer of the data. Such type of the technical issue may happen. Okay. Then the another point is of the cultural barriers. The part of the cultural barrier, the prime dynamic of culture are the mutual social perceptual set with a coordinated meaning and action, and cultural va- variance. The differences in communication, the diverse form of communication can create diversity among various cultures. People who live in various cultures and historical epoch communicate differently and have different patterns of thought. A cultural barrier in communication occurs mainly when communication happens between two different cultural backgrounds. We encounter cultural barrier in every life in the age of globalization and digital media. The whole world in performing the and participating on one platform. Here, mutual understanding between communicators are very much important for the effective, fruitful process of communication. Source of cultural variance. Language is there, then the cultural norms and values, then stereotypes. These are the points which are the sources of the cultural barrier. Language, that is the semantic. Language is considered as the most crucial barrier in the cross-cultural communication. Since verbal communication is important in every context, the understanding of the meaning of words are also important. The language barrier occurs not only because of differences in language but also in the form of variety of dialects. The example are of the Chinese and Russian language where different dialects are used in several parts of the country. If one communicator is not aware of the exact meaning, it will create misunderstanding and lead to a conflict of ideas. Then another point is of the cultural norms and values. Each culture holds its own values and meaning and norms different from one another. These differences is caused because of truth, belief and judgment through which they acquire knowledge about society and culture. For example, in Eastern countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, the meaning of physical proximity is different from in Western countries. In Western culture, people share physical proximity or closeness only with the person whom they know. This is the reason who can find a calm and quiet environment in public transportation. In Western countries, on contradictory, we can find a huge crowded environment in Indian suburban metro rail transportation. The another point is stereotype. Stereotypes are very negative image of the preconceived notions on a particular community and idea. These are created through mass media and their content agenda. For example, the status of transgender is considered in the different level of standard in various countries. Some like the role and the respect for women and so varies from culture to culture. In social psychological viewpoint, positive stereotypes are also considered as the cultural barriers. It is representation of a particular group of people or culture in the positive way. This may be different from reality. The positive stereotypes creates frames of references in the mind of people in cultural context. For example, it is considered as people in Italy are having a great interest in art. This might be true in some sense since Italy was gone through various art movements. But if a foreigner visits Italy and interact the Italians with that mindset, he may find it difficult to encounter the reality. Then, values and beliefs. The differences in values and beliefs in culture also create a barrier in communication. The difference in level of acceptability in culture is an example. The reason behind these are influenced by religion, political environment, also one of the factor. Values tell us about people's behavior. Values may be explicit and they may be individually held or seen as a part of cultural pattern or system. Every country has numerous religious practices by its people, so the differences in their values are, and beliefs are also an example of cultural barriers. The last point here related to cultural barrier is the body language and gestures. Body language and gestures are another elements of the cultural barrier. It is impossible to communicate without body language and gestures. It provides meaning and justification for communication. In conservative societies like Arab and African countries, greetings opposite gender by shaking hands or hugging is considered as ill mannered or even moral crime. But in Western world, it is a common practice to shake hands while we meet one another. These are the cultural barriers. With this, I conclude. Thank you.